Coca-Cola. I'll be talking about Coca-Cola because I love Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's name came from the coca leaf and the cola nut, which it is actually made out of the coca leaf. The original recipe did have small amounts of cocaine in it because they also use the coca leaf to make cocaine. The original recipe was actually just red wine mixed with cocaine. It was originally created by a man named Johns Pemberton and was bought out by a man named Asugris Chandler, which I hope I pronounced that right. When business was slow at the very beginning, they gave it away for free so people would, for like your first time, so people would taste it and go, oh my gosh, I needed this. Fun fact, the average person drinks a Coca-Cola product every 4 days. Coca-Cola also helped create the image of Santa Claus. Coca-Cola has evolved from a single drink to its entire own, like, variety of drinks. Like, it's like a brand of drinks now. According to a statistic, if you were to drink one Coca-Cola product every single day, it would take 11 years for you to drink every single Coca-Cola product ever invented. It was the very first Olympic sponsor to, like, ever exist. A survey done for World War II soldiers said that they wanted Coca-Cola, cigars, and candy. So, Coca-Cola became a, like, high necessity item during the war. Like, they needed this during the war. The soldiers needed it. So, while other companies that were selling drinks started to have their downfall, Coca-Cola was able to rise and ended up having the first company to have stores and places where their drink was being manufactured in different parts of the world. Therefore, Coca-Cola is the best. Hi, my name is Bob Ford, but you already know that. I am here to address the allegations and the things people have been saying about me recently. I am responsible for the death of Jesse James. I always looked up to him when I was a kid. He just seemed like such a cool guy, you know? And I got mixed up with his gang, his crew. Though me and my brother, Charles, we weren't super involved with what was going on, except we made one mistake. We killed his cousin, Woodhite. From that moment on, we were scared Jesse James would come after us. And so, one day we were eating at his house, and I guess he trusted us. He took his belt off with his gun, which I had never seen him do my entire life, and went to go fix a painting that he saw was out of line. And I shot him in the back of the head. I was trialed for his murder. I pleaded guilty, but I got sentenced to be hung, and it was excused, which I am very thankful for. I also got trialed for the murder of Woodhite, and that got acquitted, thankfully. Moving on, after this thing in my life was quite difficult, moving on was really difficult for me and my brother. He committed suicide, actually, but it's just the things people were saying to us. I was known. I was known as a coward for shooting him in the back. It was really difficult. It was really difficult. I was known as a coward everywhere I went. People just called me the coward, Bob Ford. I couldn't deal with it. So I tried to make a profit off of this. He was wanted. Jesse James, he was a bad friend. He was wanted. He was a wanted criminal. And I started taking photos of me with the gun I used to kill him, hoping it would bring attention to me and get me money. And I would put on shows for like recreating the killings, the murder of Jesse James anytime I was asked. I wrote a play called Outlaws of Missouri, which you should definitely go see. And I killed my friend Jesse James. I believe my actions were justified. I don't think killing Jesse was a problem. I believe I was in the right, even if it was hard for me afterwards, and some of his family members were hunting me and my brother, making our lives horrible to live. It was a really difficult situation for us, and I honestly don't think we inflicted as much pain on that family as they inflicted on us after. But nonetheless, people seem to hate me, so I'm sorry for killing Jesse James. The Wounded Knee Massacre was a battle between the Ghost Dancers and the 7th Cavalry Army. The Ghost Dancers were a group of Lennox Sioux Indians who believed that by doing a special dance, they could see their loved ones that had passed on, and their gods would destroy all non-believers and all non-Indians. This dance scared the white Americans, and they mistook another chief named Sitting Bull as a ghost dancer and tried to arrest him, but ended up killing him in the process. This raised tensions a lot around the area of Wounded Knee. But the 7th Cavalry Army surrounded a band of ghost dancers led by Chief Bigfoot, and a fight ended up breaking out between the two groups when they refused to surrender their weapons. Around 150 Indians, probably more, it's argued against with different historians, were killed in the process, over half of them being women and children. Only 25 cavalry members actually died, and according to sources, this fight could have been avoidable, but who knows. Important inventions from someone who doesn't even have her own license: automobiles. They were first invented by Carl Benz in 1885. He's the one who gets the most credit because he was the first person to ever patent one. His original design was a 2-seater vehicle, and it had a high-speed, single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine installed. It was a huge deal at the time, and it was the very first ever vehicle powered by a gas engine. It was kind of like a carriage-looking thing. It didn't have a roof, and his original design was only a 2-seater. But his original invention created a massive change in the way we run society today. Every single person has a car. Like, everyone uses automobiles today. And, like, they have evolved so much, and it changed the way that people have gotten around since then. It is faster, it's more efficient, and it is just a better alternative than having a carriage or walking all these distances. you simply can get in a car and go ridiculously high speeds to get to your destinations quicker. And Carl Benz's invention of the automobile was a huge invention that changed a lot of the way we run the world.